to date multiple women in my building without creating drama.
Good.
Make sure they all live on
that.
different floors.
Make sure they don't know each other.
Learn their schedules and date them when neither one of them are around at the same time. But at the end of the day, if you're just casual with all of them, say you're dating 3 girls in your building or 3 girls from your class in college, maybe even some of them, the girls might kind of know each other. The reality is, the late great Doc Love used to say, when kitty cats compete, you win, and women like you more if you are popular with other women who want to date and sleep with you, especially beautiful women. And that's just a fact of life, and discussing it tends to irritate some women that may be a little triggered by that, but it's true. They'll work harder to get your attention especially if they know that other women are after you, and especially if the woman is kind of like a rival. I've seen women ruin friendships with their best girlfriend that they grew up with when they both like the same guy.
That's
and
idiotic.
Do kind of ruthless things to one another.
I will say,
or sleep with the boyfriend of their best girlfriend.
Ooh.
well, that's where I was getting at. I will say this, just from my own experience, that if someone wants to come into my territory and try to take my partner from me, and my partner is going to allow such activity to happen, then my partner doesn't respect me enough. So that's fine. They can go and be with that other person, because I'm not going to be disrespected like that. I have enough self-respect. And if that other human being wants to be disrespected and take somebody else's garbage, they can go ahead and have it. But at the same time, I don't think it's something that people should be like really like rallying to go out and do. Like, if you're dating 3 girls that live in the same building,
Hey, women date multiple guys all
that's the thing.
time.
That's-
All
okay,
of you
just-
girls.
He's just
you're
dating.
you're not
Yeah,
letting me
that's what I'm
finish.
talking
Just
about. All
dating,
you
it's not as your
girls, when
partner.
you
Right,
single,
I get
have
it.
multiple
I get it.
dudes
What
that
are
you're
the
hanging
chances
out
that
with
that
and
backfires?
talking
I get
to.
it, but when you're
And
dating,
guys should do the same thing. It definitely makes you
Yeah.
more
What are the chances
I
that it
get it.
backfires on this guy,
Partners
though?
are
this is what I'm
different.
trying to
Okay, one person.
Partners
One
are
I'm
person.
sitting
different.
with 3 hypocrites.
it's not hypocrites.
All I said was
You especially.
Can you
dating.
stop?
I didn't say
Don't look fool you.
Stop.
I didn't
The
say
leader of the
nothing.
trying
garden
to
gnome people.
speak.
I didn't say shit. I said he's dating. She's saying partner. I said I don't see
Okay,
anything wrong
even
with
if you
dating
are
people.
dating.
Don't come at me, fool.
Don't come at me. Don't come at me.
'cause I
There
ain't
is a
said
complete
shit.
So if
different
you are dating 3
platforms.
people, even if
Completely
you are
different
dating
Where are
3
your
people,
jimmies?
right? If you're dating 3 people, that's fine. But if one of them wants to get a little serious, then you have to have that conversation and say,
True.
"Hey, I don't think that being exclusive is in the cards for me. I am seeing other people." And then I'm sure that person would be a little surprised and be like, "What? How? What? I'm only seeing you?"
Well, that's
do you think
if
there's
you've
a
been dating
chance?
for a few months, but I mean, the reality is that
Yeah, but a lot of
women do
people don't.
this. Well, let me finish. Women and men, because women do this all the time. It's like you got to think.
Men do it too.
We're right now starting NFL training camp because the season's about to start, and so every NFL team has a practice squad. And then they have an active roster. The active roster are the people that are basically, they got a contract and they're getting paid a guaranteed amount of money. And on game day, they're typically playing a role or whatever, and they're getting on the field.
Right. There's the
Well, let me
weekdays.
finish. I'm not done.
There's
I'm not
weekday
done.
girls, and then there's a weekend
Zip
girl.
it. So, anyways, as I was saying, is that the practice squad is always being churned. And so what that means is those are basically people that are good but they're not good enough. They're not better than the majority of the people that are on the team, or at least that person may be really great, but the position is full because the people ahead of them for the same position are just better. And so the risk to the team when they're on your practice squad is that another NFL team can come along and poach your players on your practice squad. And since you're not attached, and the practice squad players know that you can drop them from your practice squad, you can hire them to your active roster, or another team can tomorrow go, hey, we're signing you to a contract, and you gotta go. You're going to a different city now. And so the idea is that the people that are on the practice squad, they like to, say they're like on the bubble of making the roster, meaning they're getting to play, they're getting more game time, they're getting more minutes in the game, that kind of thing. And so, as a man, especially if you're a successful guy and you're a competent man, and maybe someday you want to have a family, it's like you'd be able to be a leader, do well enough to have a good life and lifestyle that you're proud of, and a social life that's a lot of fun to you, and the kind of friends that have similar goals and similar values and like to do the same types of things that you do. And even like an apartment community, maybe you moved in an apartment community that's got a very social building. They have events, some condos that people live in, they have bars, they have restaurants in them, and it's just a social type building, so you can meet people in your building. And so, especially if you're new to the city or you're new to that building or whatever, and there's a lot of other single girls that live in the building, if you're a social person and you're outgoing and you're doing fun things, you're gonna meet girls. You're gonna, just maybe you're hanging out down the street in one of the bars in the neighborhood, and turns out the chick that's sitting next to you in the bar stool, or having lunch at a restaurant you go to, she also lives in your building. And then now you go, oh, really? How long you lived there for? That's a real easy conversation to have. And so back to the practice squad is that, if you've been on a 1 date or 2 date or 3 dates or whatever, if you got 3 or 4 girls at your date, and especially you get a month or so, 2, typically week 6, 7, if you're following what's in the book, some of those girls are going to be falling in love and wanting to be exclusive. And that's, it's like Eric was saying, you're going to have an honest conversation. Say, hey, I'm just not ready to be exclusive, or I like you a lot, but I'm not feeling that vibe. I'm just not into it enough, and I don't think we click enough to be exclusive, but I definitely want to keep hanging out. And I understand I may lose you to some other dude, just like getting poached by another team. Because if you won't commit to her and she's wanting a guy to commit to her, she'll probably continue dating you and sleeping with you while she dates and probably starts sleeping with other guys. And then again, if you don't sign her to your active roster or become exclusive in this case, because that's basically what it is that another team, can poach your practice squad member. So you have to be totally unattached. And some girls, if you got 4 or 5 girls and they find out, say you're dating 4 or 5 girls from the building, and 3 of them may stick around and 2 of them may be like, fuck you, you misogynist, you're an asshole, jerk off, manipulator, and talk all kinds of shit about
So you think there's a chance it
That
might
happens.
backfire?
Well, it's like they might be mad about it. But if
It's
you're,
possible. Yeah.
it's so you got to understand that you got to be cool either way with the outcome. If you're going to play that game and it's totally your right, just, you might get some blowback. You might lose some girls in your practice squad to get pissed off and they're like, I quit.
I think he should just tell him in the first place, just, hey, just so you know, I'm just dating around. I'm not trying to be serious at the moment, but if I see something potential in our relationship, you never know where it could go. But just as of right now, just so you know,
Perfectly vague the way Jade was. That was beautiful. See, that's how a woman talks to a guy, and men should be the same way with the women. It's like, hey, it could go either way. That's loving in a way that the other person feels free. Your love is allowing, after all.
you don't know. It could happen, but as of right now, we're just seeing other people and we'll see where it goes. No, but just so you know, I am dating around.
You should just take it easy. It's not
Yeah.
that deep.
Yeah, exactly. Just let it flow and things will fall into place.